We are gathered here today to mourn the loss of the Harry Potter franchise, as it has died at exactly 10 o'clock p.m. Western Standard Time. Sorry this video isn't high quality or anything. I just wanted to get this video out. It's late. I wanted to spew my ideas and my thoughts while they're fresh in my head. We just got done seeing Fantastic Beasts: Crimes of Grindelwald. Where to start? The film. It's okay. It's not good. It's not terrible. It's not great. It's fuck, dude. I don't even know. I don't want to do a lot of editing with this either, so I'm just kind of spitballing. I'm gonna go all over the place. So it's a continuation, obviously, of part one, which I will say it's kind of hard to get too invested and really, I don't know, expect surprises when you know how many movies are going to be coming out over the next few years. You know, the acting is pretty solid throughout. Eddie Redmayne does his, like, anxious Newt Scamander, which is fine. It's an interesting take on the character. Grindelwald, he's, I don't know, like, he's fine. Like, I can see him becoming a good villain, but right now it almost seems like he's a Voldemort copycat, even though obviously it's him who came first. This movie had a lot riding on it. It was, it had a lot of responsibility. It's introducing some major characters involved in the Harry Potter series. Jude Law was probably the biggest of them, playing Dumbledore. I thought he was fine. Those are big shoes to fill, and I thought he was fine. There were some mannerisms that I could see that were replicated, that I could see it was Dumbledore in a way. As well, you have Nagini. Yeah, you have Nagini in it, which is interesting. From what I'm seeing, there's a lot of the lore that seems like it's being changed. Which I don't know, because J.K. Rowling always claimed to have meticulous details written down about all these characters and where they go from here and what their end goal is. And there's some things that happen throughout the movie that they don't add up. They're not right. The continuity is a little off. Some people are around that shouldn't be. And that's not to say that she can't write. Obviously, she can write. She can write books very well, but it makes me miss Steve Kloves a little bit. Kloves, for those who don't know, wrote the screenplays for all the Harry Potter films. He produced this, but I guess that's the case when you don't have subject material to go off of. You just go right to the source. So J.K.'s writing the screenplays, and it shows a little bit. A lot of comedy. Dan Fogler is funny, but there's a lot of comedy in this that is a little misplaced. It looks great. It's a beautiful looking movie. Some of the new creatures that are introduced are really cool. I'm very conflicted right now. And I don't know how to feel about these movies. I don't know how to feel about this universe. And I do and don't like the direction that it's going. I'm very curious to see how it connects. But at the same time, it's kind of playing by its own rules. Doing things and adding lore that doesn't make sense to the story that came before. It's just a little bit of a mess. And when I say a little bit, I mean it's a big mess. But the roots are there the roots are there to plant something that could potentially end up being good. There's subplots that are included that either don't go anywhere or are not necessary. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Obviously, if you're a fan of these films, you have to go see it, and you may like it. See, this is what happened to me with the first one. I was very conflicted. I didn't know how to feel. So who knows how I might feel down the road. It expands and explores more of the world. You get not only a little bit of American magic, English magic, but you also get to go to Paris and see how that world is, which is cool. There's a sequence where they're in like this back alley bazaar, with a bunch of with circus freaks, blah blah blah, and that was really cool. This is kind of all over the place, and that's just because that's kind of where my mind is with this. It's kind of all over the place, and it doesn't seem like there's any clear-cut direction. It feels a little cookie-cutter blockbustery. I enjoyed parts of it. I enjoyed the actiony scenes. The parts where it slows down and they have the filler in there, where there's talking and like the comedic aspect of it, I was not really into. I wanted the action part of it. And some of you may be thinking, well, you don't always need action. Well, yeah, of course, I know that. I'm not always a big action guy, but the action was probably the best part in this film. Some of the stuff was interesting. There was a lot of unneeded exposition. So I don't know. We'll just have to see where the next one leads. I'm glad that they're finally starting to get to the Hogwarts aspect, the magical world that we love and we know. Maybe I'm just a cynic to change. I'm a cynic to new things. I want more of what we've already seen and what we know. Maybe I just don't like change. For those who have seen it, or for those that just don't care about spoilers, here's a couple things for you. You do get a little bit of McGonagall. Little Lestrange, hopefully you didn't like her because she's dead now. Credence Barebone is Dumbledore's brother. What the fuck? Maybe the movie's actually great and I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's going to be coming out in a couple days, so let me know if you've seen it. What do you think? I really want to know what you guys think about this, your thoughts on it, if you're as conflicted as I am, or if you love it, or if you hate it. Would love to hear that. Sorry this was kind of all over the place, but I just needed to spew out what I'm thinking at this moment right after coming out of seeing it, so I'll try and make it as coherent as possible. And with that, Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald. Thank you guys as always for watching, and I'll see you next time.